This is the Beer League Society podcast. It's sports talk, not from the press box, but from the sidelines, from the bar stool. We are locked in and ready to go live. Now, here are your hosts, Cody.
Random question. Does anyone know how to ship a toe?
Andy.
Hey gang, let's go out for ice cream.
And Jason.
You didn't wait, you guys saw that?
You are my fire. What? Whoa.
Just so Jason.
You are.
Love it. Love it.
I don't even know how the song goes. I'm just over
What's
here
up, fellas? Jason.
Hey,
with the
what's
bag.
going on?
Jason with the bag.
The bag over his head.
I love the. It's all jokes aside, it looks really nice. Like that's a well constructed, well designed bag, dude.
Yeah, seriously, how much time did you put into that bag?
Not much.
Yeah, it was nice. Looks good.
Uh-huh. Bullshit. Unless they sell pre-made Bears fans bags or something like that.
I think they sell them at the concession stand at this point. No.
Right, exactly. I had a spare one sitting around. So
cheers, fellas.
There you go. Hey, cheers.
Oh,
here we go. Brought Jason in on the cut water.
Breaking it out.
Go. There we go.
I felt something had to be done after our little snafu over last week. So much
Adam
guys.
Scheffler strikes again.
How did we? I blame myself. I mean, all right. So we'll do like the retrospective here.
He did it again. It was
clearly that's what he does. Like
it's good. It's good.
It is good.
Well done.
Yeah. I mean, it got me. I mean, you know, like we live in the age where everybody's so happy to get a scoop, get a story that you don't go and check your sources. Like I can't even tell you the last time I actually clicked on an article and read it. I just skimming headlines left and right.
Well,
the fact that he has the exact same picture as Adam Schefter, and he used the same exact format that Adam Schefter uses when he's doing breaking news. I mean,
it's good.
Tip of the cap. I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
If it like, I like that his name is like. I like that it was Scheffler too. I feel like there's probably a non-zero chance that it's actually Scotty Scheffler. Just like
right.
You know, like that's what I want it to be. I want it to be him, where he's just like so bored winning golf tournaments now that he has to go and troll NFL fans all day long.
Right.
That would be really hilarious if it wasn't. But yeah. So I guess retrospective. I'll say this. I cut up the short. I threw Jason under the bus by putting him first and making him be the one to intro the whole thing. But it is totally my post. I posted it. I'll take the L for that one. I blame the Smokies.
All of us bid it. We all bid.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
We all bid. So
yeah, right before the podcast, we always share like stories, like what's some topics we can talk about or whatever. Zero fact checking.
None.
Zero fact checking.
No, you kidding me?
I thought I was fact checking. We got it from the Adam Schefter.
Yeah, I mean, anything Adam Schefter posts, I mean, he is the fact checking, right? So,
right.
I think they figured that out by now. So
yeah,
if it's in like meme format, it's as good as like written in the Bible for me.
Yeah, right.
Like somebody memes this. I check out. No. I mean, you'll probably see some today. I got a handful of memes to show later on today, none of which have been fact checked at all. But I'll make sure.
I can't wait.
Real quick, while we're talking about other stuff right now. Please believe I'm going to go make sure I look at all the Twitter handles on all the things.
We need to put on our breaking news. We need to put a disclaimer that says, this has not been fact checked somewhere on the screen. And we need someone in the chat just flat out.
We need to
live fact checking.
The marquee, just go across the bottom. This has not been fact checked. If we're going to be known for anything, it's just going to be for misinformation for sports news. That's it.
Yeah. I've often said my entire intelligence is completely artificial, so do not take anything I say with any sort of levity at all.
Yeah.
But
well
not that anybody does, but
right. On the topic of take everything with a grain of salt, a lot of really good, football season is definitely ramping up. Got a lot of really exciting topics to talk about tonight. Some big trade rumors, some actual trade rumors, not fake ones from Adam Schefter. Obviously some big injury news that's kind of definitely going to impact, fantasy football as we're coming into draft season. A lot of stuff shaking, moving around. It's feeling more and more like football season every day. So gotta love that.
What? I'm still burned by this. This still hurts. You know what else is like terrible about the whole Micah Parsons, Adam Schefter thing?
That it was so outrageous and we still believed it.
Right. I mean, four first round picks. I mean, like we did basically lose our shit over that on air for like it being ridiculous. So
at least we were shocked, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, it was easy trade.
That's about right.
But I think it was the fact that like I was on vacation in the middle of the week, like over a week. I believe that shit.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
over a week, I was operating under a version of the NFL where Micah Parsons was on the LA Rams, traded for 4 first-round picks to the Cowboys. Like that just unravels a huge amount of fabric of my last like week and a half. And like I think I was like on the couch like just chilling, and all of a sudden I saw something and it was like Jerry Jones says has some comments that might mean that the breakup is imminent with him and Micah Parsons. And I'm like, wait, what?
Is it not already broken up? Like
what?
Right.
And then I just like feverishly Googling.
Right. And the funny part is when we were talking about it last week, I thought somebody had said like, oh, well, he's going to crush it with the Chargers. And I remember thinking like, wait, I thought he went to the Rams. And I was actively Googling it during the podcast. Couldn't find anything about LA. I'm like, oh, maybe it was the Chargers because I searched Rams. I can't find anything.
Couldn't find it.
Didn't even think like maybe it's because he didn't get traded, dumbass.
Well, if you go to this dude's feed, he's got a bunch of like really legit posts. So he got us. He got us.
Well, an actual Micah Parsons news. I don't know if you guys saw. Jerry Jones had some comments this evening, and my favorite of which is apparently the first offer that they made Micah. His agent flat out told Jerry, "Why don't you shove that up your ass?" like, nice. Okay. So
that's how you know Jerry's losing it.
Yeah, I mean he's 82, something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, like that's what I mean. Is like I feel like at this point nobody takes him seriously. So he probably goes in there like watch me swindle all these young bucks on how to do a deal right now.
These young
the agent literally turns around and says, "Shove it up your ass."
Right.
That's got to be a little bit of humble pie for the old guy.
Yeah. So I didn't see specifics, but I did see that apparently one of the offers that they've made him would make him the highest paid defensive player of all time. Yeah. But
absolutely,
the highest paid non-quarterback of all time, apparently.
Oh, really? I mean, that's even bigger. That's crazy. So, but what I don't know is, what's the catch, right? Because I mean, the Bengals and Trey Hendrickson have been in agreement on the money for 3 months. It's the guaranteed that it's a no-go. So, like, what's the deal breaker? Do you know?
It's the flip side. I think it would most of the money in that deal to make him the highest paid non-quarterback was all tied up in guaranteed money, not part of the term. And so like why I don't know, but like who gives a F? But it's like right. I think he maybe thinks that he like maybe the terms are like the actual on the field terms are not great. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Like it's like you got fully guaranteed money, dude. What more do you possibly want? Jesus.
Right. Well, someone else that got paid this week that you love to see. I mean, I'll leave it to you guys. You guys are the Bears fans, but
yeah, the backup quarterback Tyson Bagent got like 10 mil with up to 16 mil escalator for being a backup quarterback. That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Sobbing at the podium and like the best like love to root for him kind of way.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't get too many of those feel-good stories out of the NFL these days, and that's one of them for sure.
Yeah,
right. And he was up there talking about how like his dad didn't have running water, like when he was
in
a kid,
like high school or something. Yeah.
Which I believe because I've seen that dude, and he looks like a sentient bottle of Bacardi. Like he looks like he partied most of his life, like away.
He didn't miss the whey protein, so
no, he definitely did not. No, he didn't. He probably skipped leg day, but he definitely didn't skip upper body day. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like a pro arm wrestler.
Yeah,
or
he's a damn good professional arm wrestler, apparently.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, it was good to see. Just read a report from Courtney Cronin, one of the beat reporters here in Chicago, saying that Tyson took about a week to make the decision because he really wants to be a starter elsewhere.
Right.
But he felt that his best chance of elevating his game was here in Chicago under Ben Johnson.
Nice.
And that was what kind of convinced him to sign the deal.
That was the difference maker.
Yeah, it was a difference maker, apparently. So
love to see good guys get paid.
That's right.
Yeah, dude's done nothing but work his tail off ever since he got here. Like if you're looking at backup quarterback situations for Caleb Williams, it's not the greatest backup. Like on the field, yes. Off the field mentorship, we're taking a little bit of a risk by not having some aging veteran.
Yeah.
That comes in.
There's only so many Flaccos out there,
Wait, are you insinuating that Case Keenum doesn't make the team then? You think they're not going to hold on to four?
Cuts are soon.
That's a tough one. I'm not sure. I can't see them rolling with 3 QBs, man. And I can't see Case wanting to take. I don't see Case wanting to sit there and take a 3rd string QB role.
Well, based on what I saw, Mitchell Trubisky may be open again here soon because he looked horrible in that that last preseason game.
Wow, was that bad?
Yeah. And it sounds like I'm not even going to say the name that shall not be spoken, like Voldemort.
Say it.
No, I can't.
We have a 1-stream streak of not mentioning his name.
I shall not mention it.
It's the longest we've gone without mentioning
the QB
name,
who recently changed his number did not have a great day.
Yeah. The QB formerly known as
right. Yeah. He's just a symbol now.
Right. Exactly.
That's right. That's right. So the QB +6, he did not have the best day on the field either in Jets land. So that was an interesting one.
There's things I could say, but in the interest of keeping the streak alive, I'm not.
That's
just
right.
so you guys know.
Right.
I'm holding back right now. This is a level of restraint required for me to not talk about him.
There you go. Well, another person that got paid.
Time out.
What?
Your birthday? It's your birthday.
No, August 4th. So we're a few.
I sent you a goddamn birthday present.
Yes, you sent me a present. How did you not realize that it was my birthday weeks ago?
Sean,
you
Sean with the same last name as you. No, it's a camera I gave him something I got for free and that I didn't need anymore. And I sent it to him and he asked me for how much it costs for shipping to reimburse me. And I said, don't worry about it. It's your birthday present.
Your birthday present. There you go.
Nice.
Do you know how funny it was accepting a package from like UPS that's in an Amazon bag? Like, because he shipped it in an Amazon bag. I'm like, wait, what else am I going
to put it in?
And then I forgot you had sent it. So
yeah.
But thank you, Sean. I appreciate it, man. But speaking of people getting paid, little blast from the past. Skyy Moore traded to San Francisco so they can have a body in the wide receiver room because I think they are down. They're now down, I think, 5 or 6 wide receivers due to injury right now.
It's brutal.
What is that? So does that say more about Skyy Moore's time in KC, or does it say more about the problems in San Francisco?
I think it's the San Francisco thing because, well, one, Skyy Moore, he left. He went to, what was it, the Jet? He went somewhere and then came back to Kansas City.
To KC.
Right. This is true.
Yeah.
But okay, so my point is, do you think that he wasn't going to make the team?
Probably not. I mean, anything they can get for him. I mean, so that because they spent like a first on him, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. And then
that's tough. I'm looking at the depth chart. Rashee Rice, Schuster Smith,
Worthy. They got Hollywood Brown. Like they've got plenty of wide receivers there in Kansas City. And you know who doesn't have plenty of wide receivers that do not have an injury designation? San Francisco. Because Juwan Jennings, I mean, I've got some of them written down. I know Juwan Jennings is dealing with an injury now. I think the only like genuinely healthy pass catchers that they have on the team are Pearsall and Kittle. I think everyone else has an injury designation.
Brutal.
It's crazy.
Like it's crazy. Like I don't know, something's going on over there. But they added 2 people to injury reserve today.
I was gonna say, is it just me, or does it feel like the bodies are starting to stack up in these preseason games?
They are. I mean, apparently San Francisco, the new New York Jets, because that field is, the turf monster is getting them something.
Yeah.
There's something in the water out there in San Francisco because it's not going well with injuries.
Right.
And the Bills are spooked.
Yeah.
The Bills, they're completely spooked. So now Josh Allen's not going to play at all this preseason. They announced that one.
Well, I love to see the Bengals out here, not to be too big of a homer, but Bengals trying to avoid this slow start that we've historically had over the last 4 seasons, and Joe Burrow out here scrambling for his life. Like,
and you lost a lineman too, right?
We lost a lot, which we don't have a great offensive line in the best of situations. So the fact that we lost one to injury reserve is not ideal.
It was pretty funny. We're all watching that game. We're all screaming at the TV.
Go down!
Go down!
Out! Yeah,
go down!
Get him out of that freaking game.
Quit scrambling! Right, get the hell out of there. So
football championships are won by the healthiest roster in the deep teams. Yep, yeah,
it's true. Hey, the best ability is availability.
If
you're not on the team, you're not helping. If you're not on the field, you're not helping. So. Absolutely agree with Laura.
With Lamar too going on right now. Looks like he's going to be okay, but there's definitely a scare going on there.
I keep an eye on that because there was like I again because I don't fact check anything as we've seen. There was like an order of operate or like a chronological order that doesn't make sense. But I read something because Jason was saying that you heard that there was an X-ray that was negative. I read something that said like a presser by the coach made it seem worse than it originally was. So something to monitor
from Harbaugh here on the matter. So it's one, he said positive news. He said he got his foot stepped on, like we said yesterday. We did an X-ray and there's no damage or anything like that. I'm sure it's a little sore today, so we kept him in, but he's fine. He's going to be good. So that was a quote from Harbaugh today, which is huge because like I said, fantasy football drafts, tis the season. So a lot of injury news this week. I've got about 12 names on the list right now of people I'm monitoring myself between all my dynasty and fantasy leagues, and Lamar is at the top of the list. So definitely one to monitor.
Yeah. Harbaugh drops that statement 2 hours ago or so. So I think that's pretty fresh, unless it's coming from Adam Schefter.
Yeah, right. I will second guess every post I ever see from Adam 100%. Schefter. Burn me once, shame on you.
Right. Now we're blaming poor Adam Schefter for his clone out there that's doing spreading misinformation.
Yeah, right. He's got a good one out there, but
he does, sure does.
In the sake of fantasy football, considering, I mean, I'm a big fantasy guy. But while we're on the topic of big injuries, a few more to keep an eye on. One, David Achane dealing with a calf injury. It doesn't seem horrific, but they're keeping him out of the last preseason game. Not only that, as a running back, calf injuries tend to linger. So definitely something to keep in mind. Got Jalen Wright behind him, who I think probably worth a late round stash if you haven't drafted yet. Because he is also a freak speed demon. So definitely keep him in mind. Travis Hunter, kind of another big one. Obviously, second pick in the draft, something like that. Offense and defensive repercussions. So they're keeping him out of the season finale, preseason finale rather. But that's one I'm really interested in because he's one of those incredibly high ceiling, incredibly high floor guys. And almost all of it is hinging on Jacksonville's usage of him. So if he's prime 80-20 wide receiver, he could be a top 5. He has the top 5 wide receiver upside from athleticism traits. Mind you, he's got Brian Thomas Jr. over there. So really curious to see what that 1-2 combo looks like. May single-handedly resurrect Trevor Lawrence's career in the nick of time. So they're throwing weapons at him, but
man, everybody's soured on Lawrence.
I think everyone gave him a pass for the Urban Meyer year, and then he had that uptick year 2, and then he's not progressed, right? Stagnant. He's not. I don't think he's gotten significantly worse, but he's not continued to progress.
Right.
I agree,
right.
but like
he was being referred to as a generational talent coming out of college.
Right.
So the bar's a little higher there.
Yeah, I get it. Like he's one of the few people I did watch in college, and I get why people were saying that. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure that I bought it, but I get why people were saying that. That said, like he made a quick believer out of me pretty quickly, and like that. He just feels like the type of guy who's not going to be elite tier, S tier guy. He's going to be the guy who's like right below it always. Like and just
he's going to be that mid, 15 to 20. I mean, you're not excited to start him, but he's startable. He's streamable kind of thing.
Philip. Okay, so what's the comp? Philip Rivers?
No, I think
Philip Rivers is. I think he was the top 10 pretty consistently, almost as consistently as his wife was in the hospital delivering kids. So all 47 of his children.
He's got a full defense to play against every day.
Right. Dude, their family reunion football game is fire. Right. It's
the Turkey Bowl.
Competing that Turkey Bowl rivals the Manning Turkey Bowl. I can only imagine. So
a bunch of gosh dangs and doggone it,
right? G darnits and
no swear words in that game. But
that's speaking of swear words in this group, Jordan Love dealing with a thumb injury on his non-throwing hand.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not hear that one.
Yep. So I think he had surgery on it actually, but it is again his non-throwing hand. So the expectation is he's not going to miss, extended time. But something to monitor because as old Watson has showed us, you can re-aggravate, you can re-injure. Sure. So with that being said, video this week coming out, Watson running on his recently torn Achilles. So we'll see.
That's pretty crazy.
That could throw a whole nother wrench in the Browns quarterback situation.
Flacco's taking them to the promised land. I'm telling you. Right?
I do love that they've officially announced. Like, it's
they're hitching their wagons to Flacco.
Yep.
One of the best videos I saw, not to change the subject to one of the other quarterbacks we all love, but I don't know if anybody saw the Danny Dimes dropping dimes, and it was Jones completely overthrowing a wide open zero route. It was freaking great.
What's horrible? It's still an improvement over AR in the passing. So AR. So don't get me wrong. Anthony Richardson has a cannon. If you're a deep ball, go get it guy, beautiful. Anything other than the go route, he's running, or I don't trust him.
Right.
Is that what he's reduced to now, though? Huh? Everybody was so high on him for so many years, and then now it's like deep ball or nothing, and he's behind Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, life comes at you fast.
Right. The curve is.
I get it.
It's people have soured on AR quite quickly.
Yeah.
So.
I'm also kind of wondering if this is like low key Archie Manning Bowl type stuff right now. Like,
I mean, the tank for Arch is an absolute strategy.
I cannot believe realistically that they think that they have a better chance with Daniel Jones than they do with AR. I mean, granted, they've seen a lot of AR already. They probably know what they're getting out of him. But to
your point,
preseason wise, I didn't from what little we got a chance to actually see. I did not see anything out of Daniel Jones that made me think he could actually be starting over AR unless you're trying to
trying to tank.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what I did see is Anthony Richardson doing what Anthony Richardson does, is completely ignore the blitz, have no idea that it's coming, and get injured in the first drive of the game and like dislocate a finger or something, which is the most AR thing to do, right? Like it's not that he's not a freak athlete, it's that he can't stay on the damn field.
Right. Yeah.
Which, by the way, is starting to become a very quiet but interesting thing going on in Pac-land with Aaron Rodgers, with Jordan Love. If what you're saying is true,
I can't help but notice the Grinchy grin on your face right now.
There's a little bit. So,
yeah, I feel like there's a couple of things. There's a couple of things I want to say about the Packers that I'm gonna again refrain. This is the theme of this episode is Andy shows restraint.
All right,
but
I
do want to hear.
I instigated the Bijan contract extension. Like, I'm shocked it wasn't the first thing we talked about.
We're
already making progress.
No, we could talk.
So
I'm
trying not to be homerish.
We can go Homer.
We're growing
because there was a certain somebody on the Miami Dolphins, softer than baby shit Dolphins, that hopped on today and said something to the effect of he was burned by the quote unquote fake physicality of the joint practice with the Bears. And like that, I wanted to like,
I don't even know what that means.
Fire off a million freaking replies. Right. But again, restraint, Andy. Decided
the
not to.
Keyboard hero.
But now we're on our like... Yeah, the keyboard was literally at my throat. But guess what? I have a podcast. We have a podcast. So I will say it now because damn it, this is our podcast and I can say what I want to say.
Restraint already?
Right.
No, I'm saying the restraint was to not spout off into the Reddit verse of people that were defending this dude from Miami.
Right.
The restraint is that I'm going to wait for a forum with me and the 13 viewers that we have here, most of which I hope are not Packer fans Miami fans. I hope they're not Packer fans either, but I hope they're not Miami fans either.
There's at least one in the crew. I don't know if he's on right now.
Packer fan or Miami fan?
Miami fan.
Yes. Packer fan.
Miami fan?
Oh, Packer fan? Oh, okay.
Packer fan? Yeah. Like, I'm hopeful that we can all galvanize around the fact that Miami is just a nothing burger of a team and they're softer than baby doo-doo. But they got all bent out of shape because we were physical with them at practice. Oh, okay. We got a disagreement. Okay. We can go.
We'll go. We can go there. We can go there. Hold on.
But no, I just, yeah, like, I guess.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you agree with the fact that there was fake physicality?
Fake?
No. I'm saying I'm
fake physicality?
That Miami's a nothing burger. I would say as of right now, they are mid.
That's a nothing burger.
At minimum. That's not like Carolina's a nothing burger. Like,
what I mean by nothing burger is that nobody's going
to. They're decent.
The
Saints may be a nothing burger, but
Saints.
What I mean by nothing burger is that nobody's going to talk about them because they're going to be in that bottom mid tier pretty much the entire season. There might be
if
like
Achan's hamstring lingers, they're going to be in the bottom tier.
Right. Yeah. And if Tua takes another disco biscuit to the brain and he has to figure out how to retie his shoe again, then he's like they're going to be a nothing burger. Like it's
That is actually correct.
I just think. I think like the dude said fake physicality, which I if I was a reporter, I'd be like, what do you mean by fake physicality? Like, what even is fake physicality? Like either I jump on you and tackle you or I don't. There's nothing fake about that. Like,
I was at the
just kidding. Campus. I tackled you. Just kidding.
Right.
Because they're like,
go ahead.
There's like 3 teams in the country who would be infuriated by being called soft, especially physical in like a joint practice, something like that. It's like Philadelphia, Chicago Bears, and like the Raiders. Those are like the only 3 teams that would be an absolute trigger for their fan base. Hook, line, and
100%.
sinker, Andy.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. We bought it. We're not,
Tua is
we're
one
not
step
doing well
closer to
here.
being Rain Man. That's great.
He's two hits away from being called Dribble Man. So
Man.
No, but having been at camp, there's nothing fake physicality about what was happening in that camp 2 days before Miami arrived. So
you made it a good one. You made it to like a fist fight one. By the way, thoroughly enjoyed seeing that on
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. Yeah.
That
was cool. I was like, wait,
pretty cool.
Shit, Jason was at that practice.
Yeah. I was there on the rope waiting for autographs. That never happened. So
Martin says,
what do you mean?
Matt Martin says Tua throws up gang signs every time. He should get fined for that.
I don't think those are gang signs. I think he might be trying to do American Sign Language because he's unconscious.
Right.
His mouth, like the drool's falling out of his mouth, so he can't speak clearly, so he has to do American Sign Language. But
I would agree with Cody that Miami is not a nothing burger because Indy would be a nothing burger.
Okay, fine.
There's other teams that would be nothing.
Well,
burger.
They have Indiana Daniel Jones now, so you better
right.
watch your mouth.
Danny D dropping dimes.
That's right.
That should have been
prepared to join Kali Ma in hell.
Omaha. God, I missed
Mamam Shabai. Mamam Shabai.
Unrelated. Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
But
like the whole, okay, so final point on the Miami thing. The whole knock on them is that they they've been soft under that coach, and you're going to get up. Yeah, they've been like, that's the whole question is like, do they have
under him? I'll give them that.
They've been fast. Yeah. I guess maybe that the two kind of coincide is like whenever you get fast, do you get questions on whether or not you're soft, and
I mean, that's the whole, that's everything. It's all or nothing, full speed. That's right. The thing with Devin Achane. That's the hard thing about drafting him, because if you're going off of just skill, I mean, he's a top 3 running back, but you also have to take into account he is mini-me, short in stature, explosive, but if he gets hit even halfway decent, he's gonna miss time.
He's gonna explode.
So,
yeah,
I feel like the two running backs that, I mean, I'm just so hesitant to take, but I know the upside is so appealing in fantasy football. Christian McCaffrey, because if he's healthy, he's gonna finish 100 points higher than the next guy, but he could just as likely get injured preseason and not play a single snap if your damn franchise is a bunch of liars, or he could get injured and miss half the season and you're screwed. But and same thing with Achane though. Like, if he's in the game and if he's healthy, he's an absolute, like, if there's like 3 people that I'm like, you know what, if they're healthy all season long, I would not be shocked if they're running back 1 this year. He's on that short list. It's a big question mark if he's going to stay healthy. It's the same thing with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Who? Okay, I mean, so that's a good question. So not to change the subject, but who is RB1 this year for the league?
I think the safest bet, based on volume and just basically lack of change, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. I feel like that if we're talking fantasy football, it's Bijan. If we're talking football
or Barkley.
If we're talking football, Barkley, I feel like, is the safest bet. He just set the world on fire last year, and I don't think a lot has changed. So, if I'm going fantasy football, it's Bijan, and probably I don't know. It depends on your risk tolerance, but Bijan's 1. And as far as redraft and dynasty for that matter too, I feel like it's between Gibbs and Saquon for 2, depending on format, scoring, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bijan. I'm big on Bijan. I think he's gonna kill it this year for sure.
He's a tank, and he can catch the ball from a quarterback, or a young quarterback, whose safety net is going to be dump offs. So I think it's a resurgence of Kyle Pitts and dump off magic to Bijan. And then
PPR leagues are just going
to take everything else.
Yeah, you get him in a PPR league, you're gonna get some additional points. You might even get like damn near a full touchdown out of him every game.
Yeah,
just in reception yards or receptions.
He is absolutely the most athletic person on that team, and it's not close. So
Yeah,
I'm shocked he's not playing defense somehow. If Travis Hunter can play both ways, Bijan's got to be at least somewhere in there.
He's a freak athlete.
Yeah,
100%. So apparently I have to go try the new burger at Arby's. Because Jeff would say,
what is that? What is the new burger?
I didn't know they do burgers at Arby's. I thought they just did
they just did the roast beef. I thought
just did the shaved meat.
Best fast food burger.
No, they do a lot of. They've got the meats. They do everything meat. I don't know if that's still their slogan, but they do everything meat because they do have the meats.
They do have the meats.
I remember one time they did like a brisket. It's like, you're going to go to a fast food joint and get a brisket? Come on, man.
Don't try to fancy it up, Joe Dierte. Like, do your roast beef. Do your thing. Don't gussy it up. Yeah. Matt Martin says, do the Bucs have the coolest wide receiver room in the NFL?
Like, coolest as in
define cool.
So I'm assuming they have the best wide receiver room in the NFL.
Best?
I'll say this: they don't have the healthiest. I did see that Chris Godwin
is coming back.
Officially came off the pup. Now he's not expected to play until October. But
right.
As far as like depth and everything like that, I coming from a Bengals fan, I think we have the best one too. As far as best wide receiver room,
you do.
Egbuka is your wide receiver 3. That's dangerous. Mike Evans, Mr. 1000.
He's going to
decades in a row.
Yeah.
Egbuka's looked like a freaking monster in not only joint practices, but in the preseason. I'm telling you, I give it 2 years. He's wide receiver 1 there.
Yeah. Well,
wide receiver 1 there.
I think the other 2 are kind of aging out, so that's not a tough.
I didn't say it was because the other ones weren't going to age out. I just said in 2 years he's going to be wide receiver 1.
Right.
I think he's got at least another year behind Godwin next year.
It's not. Like I wouldn't go quite so far as to say that was a hot take, but I think it's a good take for sure. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. So,
most exciting, I guess.
Yeah. I would say most upside. I'd say at minimum, because they still have McMillan from was it last year, the year before?
Jason's going to chime in about the Bears wide receivers.
I didn't say it.
If anybody's looking to pick off some wide receivers, though, I do feel like we're about to cut a few.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Tyler Scott's going to hit the
Tyler
street.
Scott's going. Yeah.
Anybody
I think Tyler Scott's going. And I do think he's a decent receiver. I think he's a wide receiver 3. And he's got some flexibility. He can be special teamers. But I think he could break into wide receiver 3. But he has he's your downfield kind of guy.
Burner.
I think he had a game recently. I think he had a game where he was caught almost every pass that threw to him. I think he keeps his hands on the ball.
First game of the preseason, he did really well.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Then he goes and drops a punt or the kickoff, the opening kick. He starts us on the 2.
That's what I mean. I think he can be a wide receiver 3. He's got some special teams upside, but he muffed too much for me to feel like you want to pick him up as your special teamer. But I do think he can still thrive in a very special setting. Maybe 4, maybe 3, but I think he's a decent receiver somebody could pick up for sure. Because we just got no room. I don't think for
especially with a lot of
OZ.
Oh, yeah, OZ.
Just call him OZ.
Olamide Zaccheaus. That dude is
there you go.
On.
Wait, is that the same Zaccheaus that played for Washington?
Yep.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know he was with the Bears this year.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we picked him up.
He's definitely had some flash games for Washington.
And he's been great.
Fire all preseason.
Yeah. He's been great. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that he doesn't get the respect he deserves, but he's because he'll bust out 5 or 6 games a year where he's 20 fantasy points, and then he falls back into the abyss,
right?
And then randomly comes back out. It's one of those things he's a talented but just not consistent, so you can't really play him, but he sits on the bench kind of thing.
Yeah, fantasy wise, I don't think you're gonna want to play him, but
He's a Deshaun Jackson kind of, not Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah. It would be a good comp for him. I don't know. That's tough. But yeah, he's not gonna get you a ton of fantasy points. It's gonna be feast or famine. He'll get a touchdown every now and then, but he's gonna have like 5-6 games in a row where he's not gonna get anything other than a couple of receptions. And for
what's gonna happen is he's gonna string together 2 really great games in a row. Mm-hmm. People are gonna pick him up, put him in their lineup, and he's gonna put up a nothing burger. He's going right back to the waiver wire.
Right. 1,000%. Yeah, I can't tell you how many like second tier receivers I've done that in my fantasy football leagues where it's like I pick them up. They have a couple good games, and then they go back, down to like nothing.
I think that's going to be what's going to happen with DJ Moore this year for sure.
Ooh,
really?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think he's going to have.
Take.
He better not.
Yeah, I know, but
I've done one redraft, and I've got DJ Moore on that draft, so he better not.
I mean, he's going to have.
I think I'm letting your guys' Bairdom seep into my brain.
That's right.
Hey, look,
hope springs eternal.
I'm not sold on him yet. I am not sold on DJ Moore. I've got 2.
I don't know what else he's got to prove.
Right, the dude's a stud, but
two seasons with the Bears, right? Or has he been? It's 2, right?
3.
Is it 3?
I think it's only 2. Because they traded for. So.
It's 2.
It was the year that Bryce Young was drafted because they traded.
A year? No,
it was Bryce Young
going on year 3.
He's going on
year 3.
2 years.
Right.
First year, great. Second year, terrible. Well, terrible is a tough word.
Maybe it's the quarterback going to him.
Well, yeah, but okay. Look, I'm not even talking about just stats. Like for me, it's not about stats. It's about optics. And the optics of him in year 2 were so bad that any goodwill he built up for me in year 1 has been nullified. So he's even for me. I think he's gonna be a great player. Don't get me wrong, but he's got to reprove himself to Chicago right now. He had a good year.
He's in the Tyreek Hill situation. Like
exactly.
You just spent the end of last year shitting on the team. Oh, now you're back. Now you're in the apology tour.
Yeah, right. A little bit less like. Walked off a little bit because he's not asking to be traded, but the fact that you had a good year,
got a huge deal.
We gave him an amazing deal, and then the very next year he backs it up with a bunch of walking off the field midway. Like, look, if you were the martyr that died so that Eberflus could be sacrificed, that's fine with me, but then now you this is the year where you have to be like, okay, look, Eberflus is no longer there. You did your thing. You sided with the fans and you showed it on the field by walking off the field in the middle of plays.
Yeah.
Which he did multiple times. Times.
That's a character revealer right there.
It's a little bit of like, okay, look, I get what you're trying to do right now, but I'll like it if it ends up you can show that.
If he can Michael Jordan this and turn it into motivation, I'll allow it.
Right.
But
yeah,
dude, you don't quit on your team.
You don't
mid-play.
quit on your team. Right?
You just don't.
No, you just don't do it. You don't do that.
Right.
So again, like, and I'll if he has a bounce back year this year, all sins are forgiven. I'm back on the DJ Moore train. From a pure like numbers perspective, I'm not willing to sign up for what Jason said, where he's going to kind of have a reduced role. I think if anything, he's going to have a little bit better of a year stats wise.
I think he'll
under
he'll
Johnson.
have a better year, but I don't think that he's going to have.
Because they're going to use him so many different ways. Like Ben Johnson's
true.
I think Ben Johnson's going to unlock a different level that I don't think a lot of people.
Oh my God, yeah.
And
some of it's going to work
out there.
Sure.
What's a hot take?
I think this is the last year that DJ Moore is considered the wide receiver 1 in Chicago.
I don't know if that's a hot take. I think it's
you don't think?
It better be.
I think Odunze passes him.
If Odunze doesn't pass him.
There's a lot of talk about Burden passing both of them.
I was about to say, there's a chance Loveland's the number 1 target in that damn offense.
No, that's true too.
Yeah, we got don't sleep on the Bears and the tight end and Ben's
in a Ben Johnson offense.
Right. In a Ben Johnson offense.
The most exciting wide receiver room? I mean, come on. That's not a homer take. There's some freaking talent in that room.
only
Now,
present company.
I'll say top 5.
It's top 5. Top 5.
Top 5.
Only the third host. Only the third host in this podcast has anything to say about top wide receiver room, in my opinion. To be honest.
Am I the third host?
Yeah, you're the third host. Yeah, because we're the two Bears fans. We're the two Bears fans.
Demoted again.
That's how I group us. Okay, you're not the third.
It's the Bears fans and the other guy.
And the other guy, exactly.
Right. You know what? That should have been the pod name.
I'm the voice of reason, right?
Bears fans and the other guy.
Two Bears fans. Two Bears fans, one cup. Like, am I the cup?
Instead of
you don't want to be the cup in that scenario. Trust me.
Right. I think the cup was probably the safest character in that situation. Regardless.
That's good.
Regardless.
I'm not even touching that. I'm not touching it. I'm leaving that one lie.
Neither should they. Regardless.
No, I do think we have a good, we said this last year, so I have to kind of like hedge the bets because we did have a good wide receiver room on paper. They were still a good wide receiving core in general, but the score always the win-loss record always brings us down.
Right.
But I think there's a sleeperness to this year where it's not as good on paper, but I think there's a potential for it to be just, like a really scary wide receiver room. Luther Burden is the wild card in the whole thing.
He's a wild card. Yeah.
But I do think if Rome is not wide receiver 1 by midway through the next year, I'll give him a little bit of a runway. Then we're doing things wrong because I do think DJ
at that point it's a mentorship issue.
Yeah, something's not clicking with him, And there's all reports are out of camp is that there's a little bit of chemistry forming between Rome and Caleb, which is good. And there was towards the end of last year too, because he threw
Rome is a character guy and a talent guy. So if you can't
Absolutely.
can't
make that work,
he's not the issue.
Amen.
Right.
So, yeah, because he there's some throws either that or it's just like Caleb just doesn't jive with him for whatever reason. Because I do feel like they're like Caleb's the type of quarterback, and we've gotten a lot of Caleb hate in the chat. I see it.
On that note, on that note, Matt Martin has a question. I'd like an answer to.
No, leave it be. So
restraint. This is the restraint.
Restraints of Andy.
Proud of you, Andy.
I'm
like
change man.
But Cody, you made a good point about DJ though, is that you're right. He's going to be used in a lot of different ways. Even this week, they've been showing clips of him running plays in the backfield.
He's a running back. Yeah, he's a running back.
So I agree. So I'm shifting my position, having not considered that point. So that for sure.
And like even towards the end of last year, like there was a couple, like 2 or 3 games in a row where 4th down plays, Caleb just like checked out of whatever play, stupid bullshit play, Eberflus or even Thomas Brown. I think it was Thomas Brown that was calling plays at that point. Checked out of whatever play because I can't hear. Sorry, I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run this like complete like target throw to Rome, and he just throws this like absolute freaking dime over like out of bounds, like right on the out of bounds line, to the point where it goes over the defender. He can't defend it. Drops right into Rome's hands. Easy money. Like there was on a 4th down, we ran that play a couple times in a freaking Matt Eberflus coaching staff. So I've got some hope that there's going to be a little bit of a connection brewing between him and Rome this year.
For sure.
I hope that. So you guys have Ben Johnson now, so that's a little different situation. I feel like with Eberflus, I would have been a little more accepting to it, but I was like, I would love if you guys had a Peyton Manning type situation where it's like, if you can't make the Hall of Fame as a coach with Peyton Manning as your quarterback, you're the issue, not him. Like, Peyton Manning's out there calling the plays as he sees it, and he'll take your play into consideration, but if he doesn't agree, he's going to change it. So
what's interesting too about the preseason so far is, and like the Lions folks have kind of like the Lions players have kind of.
Did you see the comments from Jahmyr Gibbs this week?
And I don't know if it was Gibbs, but I heard
that.
I heard one from St. Brown where he said like he was watching the game. He's like, that's the Lions offense. And Ben just
I thought
responded
it was
back with
Gibbs
like,
that said it, but yeah.
oh, it might have been. He goes,
no, that's my offense.
He goes, no,
I just happen to be coaching with the Lions.
For one, but two, what was even a little bit more savage was he's like, no, you know what? That's not our offense. That's the watered down preseason offense I like to play when I'm the head coach. You haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah.
Basically saying like that the Lions offense was a preseason offense compared to what he plans to unleash.
That's what he was allowed to run. Got it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
that he like took the simple concepts that were the Lions playbook and said, you know what, we can run this in preseason, and then I'll show you what a real offense looks like. Come regular season.
BJ ain't opposed to throwing darts. He was throwing darts at LaFleur the minute he took the stand for the Bears job.
Absolutely.
So I like his style. What else we got on topics other than Homer news?
All right, let's do some memes. I got some memes. I want to share some memes with you guys and see what you guys got. All right, we're gonna share some stuff.
I'm for memes, so.
You're for our memes. All right,
I'm for it.
All right, we'll start off. This one I thought was kind of funny. Kittle with the Sauron tat makes sense. Neither ends up with a ring.
That's savage.
That's brutal.
I like that.
Well, that being said, I do love Kittle as like a human being. Like I don't
he's great.
I wouldn't trust him watching my dogs, but like, dude, that guy's good.
And this
pick,
have
a good time. You're gonna have a good time.
This pick not doing him any favors right now. He looks very much adjacent to a Florida trailer park.
But I mean, you gotta love somebody that's not afraid to show their nerd a little bit. And hey,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Kittle's all about it.
I'm for
all
it,
about it.
He is. No one has ever accused Kittle of not being his own person.
You're right. You're right. No, he's right. Yeah. I kid because it was a good.
Right. Just take a look at his family bus, right? That travels the games.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Where he's like half naked laying on.
That's a badass tattoo. Like that's a hard ass tattoo.
Yeah. Sauron tattoos are like I maybe would have gone with like one of the two statues that are like when they're like floating down that river.
Oh,
no, not the eye. They're floating down that river and like it's just a massive like cliff and there's two guardian statues.
Yeah, as they're going through. Yeah,
as they're going through it. I think that's pretty dope. I would love that as a tattoo. Yeah. But the
underrated
the Sauron
tattoo category.
Yeah, for sure. Lord of the Rings, yeah.
And
Lord
the
of the Rings
series
visuals
for that matter, but
yeah, all of it. It's good visuals. Translates well to tattoos.
Love Kittle.
All right, I don't want to spend too much time in this because I feel like we can go pretty deep on this one, but I thought this was kind of interesting. I don't know who posted it. Again, not fact checking, so don't ask me. Top 10 hardest positions in sports. Number 1, MLB catcher. Interesting. Is that because you get hit in the nuts all the time?
As someone that has worn the tools of ignorance.
Oh.
It is. So one of them, the hardest decision you have to make is putting those damn pads on and getting behind somebody that's throwing balls in the dirt, and you have to try to guess which way it's going to bounce, roll, whatever.
Yeah,
but
like a Kong ball.
Right. One thing that I think a lot of people don't understand, especially those that don't follow baseball, is most times it's the catcher who is the quarterback of the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the catcher. Oftentimes that's choosing what pitch is going to be pitched, where it's going to be located. They're, keeping track of all the runners on the baselines. They're keeping track of how many outs, pitches, like the situational awareness you have to have as a catcher. You are the quarterback of baseball.
It's a cerebral position and a cerebral sport. Yeah. So I get that, but I think again, like all these lists, what's the criteria in terms of like physical athleticism? I don't know that
that's not what it says.
Agree. Exactly. Well, that's what I mean.
It says
that's what I mean. It's like it's open
to sports to play, right?
Okay. Yeah, I guess you have to crouch for the whole time, and like you get hit in the nuts occasionally, and like there are a lot of things about that makes it hard from a physical perspective, but like and hard from a cerebral perspective, but hard in terms of like athleticism, maybe not.
Catchers are like offensive linemen. I love a famous a quote from this offseason. It says, if you're a defensive lineman and you get 13 sacks in a season, you're making the Pro Bowl. If you're an offensive lineman and you allow 13 sacks in a season, you're going to be working at Arby's next year. Like
Right.
it's the same exact thing. If you're a catcher and you allow you play 160 plus games a year. If you let too many balls go past you, and you have guys that are throwing knuckleballs, curveballs that drop, cut 18, 24 inches, like it's really fucking hard to keep a ball in front of you when it's hitting 18 inches in front of the plate. You have no idea which direction it's going.
I'm not saying it's not hard, but you come on. Quarterback is 6?
6.
Quarterback is 6 seems crazy. Why quarterback is behind cornerback,
man.
And also on the same line of shortstop, quarterback. I mean, the goalies I get, quarterback deserves to be no further back than 4. Period.
Yeah,
if not top 3.
I guess like to defend the cornerback position, I feel like oftentimes you have to identify a similar amount of things as a quarterback, but then you also have to make a play on a receiver who knows what's happening. And the quarter, like QB and wide receiver know what's happening, and you have to be the one that has to identify stuff up front and then also make a play. I can kind of see it. I don't think it pushes it above quarterback for me. And the fact that quarterback is so low,
it's
kind of crazy.
It's 80-20. So it's like from a cornerback precision, it's 80% reactive, 20% proactive. Quarterback is 50-50. I mean, you are maybe even 60-40 proactive. The amount of things
which one?
The quarterback is
QB.
QB is 60-40 proactive versus reactive. I mean, you are.
But at the end of the day, though, you got to put a ball somewhere in a 3 to 4 yard vicinity downfield, and then let somebody else make the play. Which is not, like it's not easy to do per se.
I'm not saying that it is.
I feel like once you let go of the ball, there's more variables in play for a receiver and a cornerback than there are for a QB.
The pure cognitive load on a quarterback in pre-snap, before that ball is snapped, is exceptional. It's incredibly high, especially nowadays. You're walking into the huddle with 3 or 4 different plays before you even walk up to the line of scrimmage. You've got to be able to recite all those plays. I invite anybody, right? Just go watch a season of quarterback on Netflix, right? And give you a sense of what they have to do to prepare for a game.
But right? But you're operating with a limited set of possibilities.
So here's the thing.
You have a scope that's been narrowed down to the 3 plays that you have to pick from, whatever, and then whatever you have to read the defense, and then again you have, from a purely physical perspective, you have to drop back, take a look at what's going on, and just launch a ball within a 3-foot radius
without dying.
Flip side, corner has no idea what's coming.
Right.
There's an unlimited scope of what could be happening to them. They have to read a similar pre-snap kind of read as to a quarterback, and then they also have to make a play on a ball, but that's predicated by 2 different people's ability, a quarterback and a receiver. I again, I'm not going to argue that a cornerback is more difficult of position to play than a QB, but I don't think it's as like drastic of a gap as you think it is.
I think the mental aspect of a quarterback, you have to know so much, remember so much. You have to be able to read defenses. You have to keep a cadence. You have to do all that stuff. But all of that is in your control. A cornerback is fighting against the odds. They're fighting against the unknown. Yeah. So that I feel like is a physicality can help you exceed at quarterback. Whereas if you are not a smart quarterback, you're not going anywhere.
It's like playing your cards. It's like playing the cards that are dealt to you versus not knowing what's about to get played.
You're playing blind.
There's an infinite amount of possibilities that you as a defense that you have to be prepared for. There, as a QB, you know the cards that are in front of you. You can play them in a strategic manner. In my opinion,
I would disagree.
You have to execute.
I would disagree.
You do have to, execution.
Because pre-snap, you're walking up to that line, you have zero idea what to expect. You're completely, yes, you may have 3 to 4 plays that you need to execute that time. Now, wait, hang on. So 3 or 4 plays you need to execute that time, but you have zero idea what that defense is going to do. So you need to be able to react to that. And even furthermore, you are always on. Whereas a cornerback, when the play is away, you don't get a play off, but you definitely within a second, you know that play is going away, and that you're going to be in you're off the hook for the most part. I
buy you on the second point. I'm not with you on the first point. Only from I don't disagree with you necessarily on the premise of your first point, but I do think that there's more possibilities that you have to be prepared for as a corner. Like like at the end of the day, I just think as a QB, you have the element of surprise and you have a potential of X amount of plays, whatever you're capable of keeping cerebrally in your head to check down to 3, we'll call it as average. Even if you don't have a perfect play call that beats what you're seeing from a defensive perspective, there's still a chance you can find a way to make some positive yardage out. There's always like a check down. There's always somebody there's some element of surprise against the defense that could leak out and give you enough yardage to make it a positive play. That I think that there's more unknowns as a corner. Again, I want to stress this. I'm not saying that, like, to be honest with you, I think
the coverage too. Right, because this assumes that everybody thinks the corner is in man all the time, whereas they're running cover 2, cover 3, right? And they're handing players off. So
but that's not necessarily easy.
Drew makes a point about the QB knowing that he's off the hook when he hands the ball off. So that is absolutely true.
Yes,
but I guess you could say the same thing.
That's your second point,
unless you're good at acting.
Unless you're good at acting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to throw this out there as one last defense for catcher at the top. To quote the late great Yogi Berra, baseball is 90% mental, and the other half is physical. That's the thing that people who don't understand the strategy of baseball, they don't understand that every single pitch changes the scenario in ways that actually matter. So if there's 1 strike versus 2 strikes, that's going to change how you're going to go about it. If there's 1 out versus 2 outs, that's going to be the difference between playing up on to prevent the bunt or staying back and playing for the double or whatever. Like there's a lot of different situations. Every pitch changes it. And that's the thing. I think the thing that a lot of people that haven't played baseball or don't play it that often or whatever, they don't understand why people who do play it are so addicted, because it is chess and it's just not obvious. That's the hard part, is every pitch, every play, every score. If the runner's fast on first versus slow, like who's up to bat, what are they hitting today? What are they hitting historically? Like there's so much that goes into it that people don't understand if you're not actively playing it, or if you haven't been really big into it. I think it's an underestimated sport as far as how much mental capacity it requires at every position, not just the quarterback.
Yeah.
Or offensive. I think offensive line is the same way. People underestimate how difficult it is to be an offensive lineman, when in reality, they have to know absolutely everything. They have to know 4 different situations based on where people's lined up.
They need to understand 5 different positions.
Right. Assuming there's not a check down.
This is
hashtag
this
Omaha.
Is exactly what I was afraid of, by the way. Yeah, hashtag Omaha. This is exactly what I was afraid of.
You should have brought this meme up like 30 minutes ago.
This is the whole point of this topic, is conversations like this.
We're gonna spend the whole like an hour on this stuff, but like there were some good comments. Like pitcher being on this list is an interesting one that I'd love to like expand on, but I'm not gonna. We'll keep it going. I got some more.
All right, let's see.
This is a random
How
one.
was it going?
This is a complete random. What do you?
Okay.
Which one you guys got? Any choices here? This is like 90s kids.
I don't think I've ever tried any of these.
Cyclone fruits.
That's the only one I remember looking different. Like that's the only one I was excited to actually chew.
That's a good one.
Let's be honest. Best 45 seconds of your life. But
absolutely. Before the flavor
like the
runs
zebra
out.
gum, right before the flavor runs out.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody had. I had a kid.
Juicy fruit.
I had a connect. His dad worked for like whatever company, umbrella company owns Bubblicious. So this kid was like a straight up dealer. His dad had boxes of these things, and he would bring them to school, put them in his locker, and he would sell them. And it was all these flavors for some reason. Yeah, totally entrepreneur. I don't know. I don't know what it was about these flavors, but these were the ones that you always had. Cyclone fruits is good.
Is if he were selling these at school,
I was going to say
he'd probably have a better chance selling it to the teachers because there's the nostalgia aspect of it,
right?
Not the young kids.
Today, but no. This was when these were first came out. Yeah, this was like back in the 90s. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about now. No, I'm not dealing. I'm not dealing gum out of my 5-year-old's my 5-year-old's locker right now or anything like that. No, I'm talking back in the 90s.
I think the only two that I've had is Bahama Blast and Orange Outbreak, and I don't know if it was called Orange Outbreak. I mean, it obviously was, but
yeah, I don't know. That's
funny, I've had the Cyclone, I've had the Tropical Tango, and I've had the Sour Squeeze. I've not had the Bahama or the Orange. That may be a
all right.
Older generation.
I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah.
No, I got
you. Are
maybe.
You are.
Maybe.
All right. I'm going to skip this one.
Oh,
well, we can cover it quickly.
No. This is the one I've been looking forward to because this is the one I feel like it's going to get spicy.
Okay, here we go.
So the fact that Aaron Rodgers is up there and not Brett Favre,
that's a good point.
Off the rip. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
I mean, Culpepper is
but it's last. It's last. No, that's
last.
It's not a good point because it's last.
Yeah. Well, that also questions elite. I mean, I don't know.
Of course,
fair enough.
Of course, it does.
Well, that's a fair question. I can see a couple, there's a
because look at
elite.
Because Jay Cutler on this list has elite. It's laughable. No, but I guess if it's
elite in Colorado. Or in Denver
and Marlboro points maybe, but
he was good. Yeah, elite's a stretch. I don't know if I can put him elite at Chicago.
Wait a minute.
He had an arm and a half. I'll give him that.
That's Cleveland? That's Brian Sipe?
Yeah.
I mean, they've had 47 quarterbacks since then. You would have thought
that's not even outside of my time. Couch?
Who?
No.
Yeah, Couch.
No,
it wasn't too bad.
Not too bad is different. No. A lot of space between not too bad and elite.
Okay.
If you're not going to put Trevor Lawrence as elite at this point, because if you look here,
none.
Oh, that's
a take.
Those are fighting words. Yeah.
If you're not going to put Trevor Lawrence on there as the closest to elite for the Jaguars, then I don't think you can put Couch on there for the Browns.
Okay, I'm just saying you put Cutler up there.
I just love that Brady's on there twice.
That I as a home, yeah, Brady is on there twice. As a homer, I don't. There's no better pick, but I don't know that I would.
100% no better pick.
I don't know that I could.
Carson Palmer, my ass. Wait a minute.
Right. I was just he was I was going there next. Yep.
Right. Palmer. Yeah. The last comment by Drew.
Somebody that won a Super Bowl in that league. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Who else has been a QB for the Bears that was better? That's what makes Jay elite. Exactly. That's what I mean. Is like I don't know that I can put him in elite, but I think he's the most elite of the Bears quarterbacks.
If Jacksonville has a none, then I feel like none needs to be on here a few more times.
Right.
Okay. Fair.
Touche. Let's define
who we putting. Right. Yeah, who are we replacing with none? You said Carson Palmer.
No. I was saying
you did say that.
No, I was saying Carson Palmer is not the most elite quarterback that's been, and to call him elite is a stretch. And this is coming from someone who had him at quarterback for a long time with Cincinnati. But I would say,
who's more elite from the
Warner won a Super Bowl with him. Throw that
Arizona.
out there.
Warner.
Not long after bagging groceries, so I'm gonna throw that
out
there.
RG3 being on
that's a good point
too is a little sus too.
So, but
For
here's
sure.
the thing with RG3 though, is he was elite. He just had a really short career because of injury. He was rookie of the year, his rookie year, and then immediately faced and again, I feel like this is not a Robert Griffin III issue. This is a coach not giving a hot damn about his well-being and running him into the ground, playing him injured too long, and it caught up with him. Look at, same thing.
He's on it right now, man.
I'm just saying.
He's rifling it off.
He was, rookie of the year, victim of circumstance, victim of him in fantasy football, drafting him the following year. But that's not a touchy subject or anything. But
let's be real. Cody's the one who knows the most about game right now out of any of us. But yeah, there's like McNair. Do you put McNair?
Gannon got a ring though, right?
Yeah.
Wait, who are you saying?
Gannon has a ring, right? Didn't he get a ring with Rich Gannon
as a backup?
No, as a starter. Didn't he get a ring?
He was in the Super Bowl
with Baltimore, right?
Oh, Rich. Oh, Gannon. I don't even know who. You said it twice, and I still didn't know who you were talking about.
Oh, Gannon. Yeah, Rich Gannon.
Yeah. Oh, I'm curious. I want to know what you guys feel about the Cowboys. Do you think Dak is more elite than Troy Aikman, or Staubach, or Romo, or
right?
My gut reaction was to just dismiss everything with Dak because it's the Cowboys and they always manage to figure out a way to fucking bone it. But like, if you look at his stats, the dude has some decent stats.
Better than Romo though? I would have to look at that comp because I'm not so sure.
I think his stats are better than Romo. They both are victim of the Cowboys boning it in extraordinary ways. And they were at the helm of the boning in a lot of the cases, both Romo and Dak. But I do think my gut tells me that Dak's stats are better than Romo's.
So, and I'll throw this out there to counter my own point. I mean, we are one season removed from Dak Prescott being a top 5 quarterback performance.
Yep.
Last season, obviously, recency bias is throwing off. He missed a lot of last year because of injury, but the year before that, he was a top 5 finish. So now, but here's the thing, and this is a quote that I heard on Good Morning Football earlier this week that I thought, God, I was like, man, I wish I would have heard that before we had our quarterback tier conversation a few weeks ago. But it was a greatness is different than the best, right? So like they're saying like, Patrick Mahomes may be the greatest quarterback in the last 10 years. He is not the best quarterback of the last 10 years, not statistically, not athletically, not all these things, but he has the most. Football's a team sport at the end of the day, right? Mm-hmm. So, a lot of it is, and I think that's one thing that no one has ever accused Tom Brady of having freak-like speed or athleticism or anything like that. But one thing that Tom Brady did do, and something that he comprehended that a lot of people aren't willing to make the sacrifice for, in the risk that it may not work out, is Tom Brady knew that it is about who you surround yourself with. So Tom Brady historically always took less money than the competition because he knew if I had better weapons around me, I'm going to win Super Bowls. I'm going to make money. I'm going to make endorsements and make all these things. I think that's one thing that a lot of people, they either don't have the foresight to do or they don't believe in themselves enough to make that gamble. But I think that's the difference between greatness and the best, right? Like I think that's a differentiator that I think is fair to call out in this situation.
Fair enough.
Cool.
All right. You got another one?
All right.
One more?
We got, oh man, this next one's a little bit of, I'm going to skip the next one and I'm going to go straight to something that I think is
a fun one, by the way. I got to
Fitzmagic is
love to Fitzmagic in all 47 teams he's played for. So the Bengals included. So he's definitely my favorite journeyman of all time, by the way.
For sure.
And it's not even close.
And the beard is on point for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean the chest hair with the
I'm gonna skip the next one and go
all of it.
Go to
the
my
whole package.
Yeah.
Go to my final one, but I'm gonna kind of caveat this one. So preseason, thing I love about preseason, you get exposure to people and names that you've not ever seen before as they're trying to make a name for themselves, make the squad, that sort of thing. I always love it. I always love like hearing all the names. They're crazy. They're getting like more wild and more ratcheted up as the years go by because parents are just out of their minds with some of these names that they're giving them. Key and Peele, you guys know them, right? They did a skit. They did a skit with the East West Bowl.
Aaron.
Yeah. Well, Aaron was one of them, but then they went like football with it, where they started to go like East West games and do all the names.
Yeah.
So I put together something a little special for you guys. These are names that I've heard from the 2025 preseason football. So we're gonna play this little video here.
Baker, Buddha Baker, Johnson and Wales University, Jacardia Rice, University of Oxford, Quantes Stig,
I love
Swaps,
that it's moving around.
Mississippi, Isaac Tesla, Jake Bobo, Barnum and Bailey University.
All right,
Wait a
that's
Just so
that's all
everyone's
I got.
clear,
Wait,
we had no idea that was coming.
no
either.
idea. And he waited.
I
He
know.
waited till an hour and 20 passed to pull that crap out.
That would have been the intro if I made that shit. How did you
Right.
hold off like that?
That's just
Wow.
Well, I
this
figured
is
it would
the
be
Andy
funnier if I
Restraint
didn't-
Episode. Holy shit,
Right?
that was awesome.
I felt like it'd be funnier if I showed you guys firsthand rather than show
wait,
you up
and
front.
that was
So I
holding
wanted to-
back.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
we start.
Almost a
I
little
start
bit.
with a bag on my head, and we end with that. That's a pod right there.
Oh my goodness.
There were some good names in there though, right?
There are some good names. I still digging like Kool-Aid and
Kool-Aid
Mhm.
Kin
other
Street.
ones.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
I'll throw this out there. I'm not gonna throw the name out there for HIPAA reasons, but I know that someone has had some pretty in the health. Someone in the chat from the healthcare industry has had some pretty gnarly names pop up over their healthcare career. A few to pop up there, at least in the region. Some of them. There's Lamangelo and Orangelo.
Orangelo.
So lime
Orange
jello,
Jello.
and orange jello.
That's
And,
awesome.
on the wristband they put the last name first, so it's
Right.
Fingers Fanny, for Fanny Fingers. Poor lady.
Oh,
But-
that poor lady.
oh yeah,
This is
classic.
making me feel
classic.
real good about my last name.
Yeah, rude.
Dude,
Could be
you-
worse.
Out of
To be
like,
fair,
well,
I've always been a benefit of a pretty. I mean, Sparks, you could do a whole lot worse than Sparks. So
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
yours is not even bad compared to mine. But I am noticing the Mizzou hat today. So is that you want to talk about that a little bit?
No, just kidding.
you're gonna make a grown
Yeah,
man cry
I'll
on
be-
stream. What are you doing?
Right. I'll be sporting. Yeah, I'll be sporting my Tiger love, even though I'm now a Tiger dad. So drop the kid off.
Official
yesterday.
proud parent.
Official proud parent. Gonna put the decal on the car. Do the whole 9
Yeah.
yards. Right. Embarrass the crap out of him. So,
Nice.
but yeah. So that was interesting.
I saw the
Nice.
pictures, man. Your kid's got quite the head of lettuce going on.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
digging it.
That's the whole thing,
The
man.
flow.
Give him the props.
Gen
Yeah, give him
Z's
the
got the-
props.
They got the alpaca. That's a whole.
The
nother thing.
alpaca. That's absolutely it.
Yeah, they got. The
Yeah,
alpaca going.
he didn't go full broccoli with it, but he went alpaca. So
You
yeah.
went alpaca
which I
for
appreciate.
sure.
He doesn't have the
I
curls
appreciate-
for that. But
Yeah.
take one walk across that quad, and you were seeing a
The
lot of
broccoli
fluff
was-
going on. A lot of the broccoli was intense, man. It was
I don't know
intense.
if it's a regional thing or a generational thing, but the old hillbilly hand grenades are a flying in my region. I don't know if
Yes,
everyone
they
else
are.
got a lot of mullets going on in
Mm,
their
they're
region,
coming back.
but they're
They're coming back.
everywhere here in the South.
Yeah.
you know,
they
like
weren't as bad because Mizzou is like basically Chicago Southwest, but
Yeah.
the alpaca was strong. That's for sure.
Yeah.
that's nice. Yeah, full
Thanks a lot,
circle too.
Mahomes.
I kicked my oldest out into kindergarten for the first time today.
Yeah,
That
opposite ends
was
going on.
Opposite end, exactly. But similar emotions. We were like, just dropped him off at the door and almost literally kicked him in the butt and said, go in, and we'll see. Yeah. We'll see you again in whatever it is, 5 hours or whatever. So
it was cute.
Full day kindergarten.
It's a thing, man. All your parents know out there, that is a thing. Whether they're going to school for the first time or they're leaving school for the last time, it's a thing. All the girls had a good. His sisters have a bit of a cry today. It was really cute. Good. It was really awesome. Cute.
House a little quieter today, huh?
He worked a lot, so he wasn't around a whole ton. So, but yeah, it is. What's bad? All right, all the dads out there put their kids out to school, walking past his room. I even looking at his door. Thank goodness he lived in the basement for the last 2 years because I built him a room down there. But just so I don't have to look at that room, because if I walk in that room, it's not going to be good.
Waterworks,
yeah. Right, it's not going to be good, man. We're excited for him. It's an amazing campus.
Yeah, it looks great.
And I do have one thing to pull it back to NFL a little bit. Speaking of waterworks, have you seen the hubbub about the NFL banning smelling salts? Yes. Kittle is pissed. He's so mad.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's got crack in his or something.
Is it bad that the whole dad conversation's what spurred that to me? Because a little fun fact, little story time. So when I was
story time with Cody,
story time. When I was, I came back for my first Christmas break in college. I came back and visited my dad back in Ohio, and I went to his house. And I was like, well, I'm staying the night here. He had to leave for a 12-hour nursing shift. I was like, hey, can I come to work with you? I'm here. What's up? He's like, let me make a phone call. So about 15 minutes later, he's like, all right, so here's the deal. You're not in college yet. You're considering going to being an EMT. So you're going to job shadow for the day. So I got to do a 12-hour shift. I'm assuming, but what's the statute of limitations? 10 years or something like that. So no legality of hopefully is not in play here.
You're good.
But it was the So I went on a 12-hour shift as an EMT job shadow.
Cool.
Mind you, did a lot of learning that day. One of which being not cut out for the medical field. May or may not have been told hey, he may want to step outside. Why does it ghost?
Yeah.
Why does it
might throw up?
Literally went to the hallway, leaned against the wall, and slid down the wall like a painting. Right. But
the amount of bodily fluids that you see in a 12-hour shift is pretty surprising.
Yeah. What the crazy part is, I saw a bunch of gnarly stuff. Saw someone being intubated. I saw all the crazy stuff. What did me in was there was a construction worker that came in. I'll never forget this. A construction worker came in with his hand bandage up, and he's like, "Oh, my hand got pulled into one of the machines." And it's one of the coldest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Doctors are built different. He literally unraveled this dirty T-shirt that was holding this whole man's hand together. And this is a brooding, this is a blue collar guy,
right?
The heart of Ohio. And he unravels it, and this guy's pinky goes and hits his wrist. And the doctor picks it up and goes, "Oh yeah, this one's gonna have to go." This dude starts sobbing, top of his lungs, hard crying, and it was. I don't know if it was between this man screaming at the top of his lungs, crying, that no one noticed that all the color from my face immediately left. And by the time the doctor did notice that I was pale as a ghost, he was like, "You should probably head outside." And I proceeded to semi-black out in the hallway. But when I did come to, we went into one of the rooms, and he's like, "Oh, hey, this is crazy. Smell this." Having no idea what's going on. He throws this under my nose. I'm like,
oh, the smelling. Yeah.
And the eyes, I'm pretty sure, tuck about 6 inches back in my head and immediately start streaming tears because he hit me with the old, "Hey, smell this." Smelling salt. I don't know if you've ever smelled smelling salt before.
Yes.
It will reorganize your schedule.
It's a religious experience.
It is an out-of-body experience. And that is how I was introduced to smelling salts, and how I know that Kittle's not someone to be screwed with, because if he does that voluntarily, let alone is going to throw a fit about them being being banned, that dude is built different.
Yeah,
that
reminds me of back
core memory.
Oh, I'll never forget that.
Yeah. My first introduction was back to the beer league hockey that I used to play, where none of us had any business being out on the ice, but these guys would bring smelling salts like they needed to get right before the game. Right. And like there's a couple of times where I saw a couple packets of them. I was like, let's see what these. Whoa, holy monkey! I'm on a new level right now.
They'll get you right.
Yeah,
That's
for
right.
sure.
That's right.
But it was kind of funny. Like you mentioned the guy who's like pinky fell off and then he started crying. I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, he's probably crying because of the separation anxiety, not because of the pain.
Oh, 1,000%.
He's like, I need 10 of these things to do my job, and now I only have 9.
But to see someone who probably has like a 1%er patch on his leather motorcycle jacket because he's a bad man, to see someone very like masculine centric sobbing. Like, but here's the thing.
At least he's losing the one he doesn't need the most. So
I mean, you're not wrong. But dude, that doctor was. I know that bedside manner is like a topic of conversation. Like,
they went back.
This dude was like, oh yeah, that one's gone.
They went back to the break room and cracked the hell up about it too. Guaranteed.
He talked about it like it was a hangnail he was going to go ahead and take care of for him.
That's gone.
I cut the tip of my finger off with a razor, and I went into the doctor for them. Then they sewed it back on. And I kid you not, the doctor that operated on me was a hand surgeon by the name of Dr. Hand.
Yeah, he was.
I can't make that up.
Just
Dr. Hand
for that job.
Yep.
Goodness. Say some things are written in stone.
That's right. That's right. All right,
fellas.
Well, that's a good one, guys. We went extra long on this one for the
great episode.
For the stories.
I could stay here all night and talk with everybody, but it's getting late, and I'm sure the people at our bar, if they're still hanging around, probably ready to close their tabs out. But appreciate y'all hanging out with us, chatting, shooting the
87 minutes in. Yes, sir.
87 minutes in. We will be here next week, as we always are. Well,
you say that.
I say that. My brother's getting married next weekend. So shout out to Carl. He's taking the plunge.
Carl.
He's getting married.
Go Carl.
Congratulations, Carl.
Congrats, Carl.
Love you, bud. We'll see you next week. But yeah, we'll figure out a way
one
to
way
get
or
some
another.
Content. One way or another. If
it means Tuesday, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But keep an eye on the channel. Let us know what you guys are thinking, but we'll figure out a way to get some content for you next week. But had a blast.
You got guys. You folks have topics that you want 3 idiots to talk about, then throw them out there for us. Ready to do your bidding.
Yeah.
Well, 2 idiots.
And the third. No.
And a cup.
And the third.
2 idiots and a cup is basically
exactly.
All right. On that note.
New podcast nickname, Cup, over here.
Right.
I'll put that on my softball jersey on the back this year.
All
Nice.
right, friends.
All right, guys. We are the
Beer League Society podcast.
Like, follow, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Please. Tell your friends.
Hit all the buttons. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Facebook, YouTube. As long as you guys are here, we will keep this going, and we will talk to you soon. Have a good one, boys.
Have a great weekend.
See ya.